Rekluse will now show you how to install the high-performance TorqDrive clutch for big twin Harley-Davidson models. We will begin with the prep and disassembly phase. Use a suitable bike stand for this installation. In order to access the primary chain case cover, it will be helpful to remove the footrests and foot pedal shift mechanism. In some instances, you may also need to remove the side stand. Drain the primary chain case oil into a suitable container. Remove the primary chain case cover. Remove the pressure plate bolts, the spring hold-down ring, the Belleville spring, and the pressure plate. Now remove the entire OEM clutch pack, including the judder spring. It may be helpful for you to use picks during this step. Set aside the OEM clutch pack. The only part of this that we will be reusing is the judder spring and spring seat. The Rekluse TorqDrive clutch for big twin Harley-Davidson models comes with 12 basket sleeves. Install each of these sleeves into the basket slots with the flat tabbed side facing inward towards the center of the clutch. Ensure that the bottom of each sleeve is contacting the bottom of the basket slots. In some models, the sleeves can stick above or below the top of the basket tangs. We are now ready for phase 2 of the installation process, clutch pack installation. Soak the Rekluse friction discs in transmission oil for at least 5 minutes. There are 2 thick frictions used in this kit. Begin the installation using the one without rectangular holes in it. Now install the OEM spring seat within this disc. Place the OEM judder spring on top of this spring seat with the cupped side upwards facing you. This clutch pack comes with one thicker drive plate than the rest. Install this thicker drive plate right after the judder spring. Reinstall the OEM pressure plate without removing any attached components. Install the OEM Belleville spring. Continue this alternating pattern until you have 14 frictions, including the first thick friction, and 14 steel drive plates, including the thicker drive plate. Now install the thick friction disc with rectangular holes in it as the 15th friction, aligning the notches with the other friction discs. Now that our clutch pack installation is complete, we can begin the pressure plate installation process. Reinstall the OEM pressure plate without removing any attached components. Install the OEM Belleville spring and included high torque hold-down ring. Use a 10mm socket to torque the pressure plate bolts to OEM specification. Fully collapse the inline cable adjuster so the lever is floppy at the perch. This ensures that the pressure plate adjustment performed in the next few steps doesn't place unnecessary tension on the clutch cable. Now loosen the adjuster jam nut using an 11/16 inch wrench or socket. Using a 7/32 Allen wrench, turn the adjuster screw counterclockwise until it spins freely. Now, gently turn the adjuster screw clockwise until it stops under moderate pressure. This is the point at which it has bottomed out. From the bottomed out point, turn the adjuster screw counterclockwise 3/4 of a turn. While still holding the adjuster screw with an Allen wrench, tighten the 11/16 jam nut. Go back to the inline cable adjustment and lengthen the clutch cable housing. You will want to ensure the OEM amount of free play is retained, about a 1/16 to 1/8 of an inch of slack in the lever. We are now ready to reinstall the primary cover. To prevent leaks, Rekluse recommends replacing your primary cover gasket. Torque the primary case bolts to OEM specification. Reinstall the drain bolt. Reinstall any removed footboards or shift mechanisms. Remove the derby cover using a T27 Torx bit. Use a funnel to add the OEM amount of transmission oil back into the motor. Reinstall the derby cover. Break-in procedure. The clutch will break in within 100 to 200 miles of normal riding. Until break-in is complete, you may experience more clutch drag than normal. It is recommended to do an oil change after the first 1,000 miles to drain any excess clutch debris that may have accumulated during break-in.